Hi friends, today I'm bringing you some fall anticipated reads. So Goodreads came out with an article entitled Your Guide to New Fall Romance and Romantasy. So I went through that and just checked out some of the books that were coming out this fall. So I thought I would share the ones on that list that will be linked below that I am looking forward to reading. So let's get into the list. So they broke it up into kind of subgenres. And the first one was Paranormal Behavior, Make Spooky Season Sexy. And I don't think I did any of those in this section here. Now, they do have Road Trip with a Vampire, and I read the first one, My Roommate is a Vampire, and I gave it 5 stars. I loved it, but I haven't read the second one, and I know this is the third one, so I left that one alone. I do need to look into the second book. Oh, actually, I did. Okay, so one that I did choose from this is Dating After the End of the World by Jeneva Rose. So in Dating After the End of the World, Casey grew up with a prepper father, a end of the world doomsdayer father, and she hated that, so she left, went out and moved away and did her own thing, and then the end of the world actually happens. So she runs back home and gets in I think a bunker with her dad, and he's gathered neighbors and friends too to survive with them down in this bunker or something, or this compound or something, a safe place basically. She comes to see that Blake Morrison, her high school bully, is one of the people that is hunkered down with her dad and the other survivors. So, this is kind of humanity now. I'm sure there are pockets of other people, other places, but their bubble now is very small, and this is who they know. These are the humans that they could have to live with. So yeah, she just basically, they live on a compound. They struggle to live on a compound, face outside threats, and survival alongside her handsome enemy. So I've never really read, have I? Maybe I haven't, it's slipping my mind. I feel like I haven't really read a bully to lover. I mean, it's kind of enemies to lovers, I guess, but I don't think I've read a bully one, because that's not really typically my jam. I don't romanticize a bullier. But the whole apocalyptic love story thing kind of caught my attention. So we'll see. Oh, and this expected to come out on October 1st, 2005. 2005. It's been out for a while. 2025. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one. The next section was Mind the Gap, the age gap, that is. And there were only 4 in this section that for the anticipated upcoming releases, and I didn't pick any from there, even though I do love an age gap. The next one was Give Peace a Chance, swoony second chance romances. I love a second chance romance. And the first one of this that I am looking forward to is Secret Nights and Northern Lights. And this is by Megan Oliver, and it's expected to come out November 18th, 2025. And the synopsis is about childhood best friends and first loves are reunited in a make-or-break work trip to Iceland, with old feelings coming to the surface in this charming romance debut. Yeah, so he is a photographer. She works for a travel magazine, and they kind of get paired up after, things ended when they were younger, and they've come into each other's lives again later on. Very, typical second chance formula. And they're on this, they both, I guess, really need this to work. This assignment, this story, to Iceland. So yeah, so that seems like a really cool setting. I really want to go to Iceland. I almost pulled the trigger a couple times on a trip to Iceland, but eventually it will happen. But yeah, I love a second chance romance, and it seems like a cool setting. All right, so the next section was Sporty Spice, These Love Stories Know How to Score. And so I think I picked, based on the cover, which was ice skating and hockey, that kind of the guy's the hockey player, the girl's the ice skater, a figure skater. I love that. And there's plenty of those. This is number 3 in Off the Ice series. I haven't read any of these. I know Collide, I've heard of Collide. But yeah, it's basically, the same thing. The guy, for some reason, can't play hockey, so he's gonna team up with the figure skater that's desperate for a partner. And things are going to happen. I mean, it's a pretty standard formula, but it's a formula I like to read. The next one is Royal Intrigue, When a Princess is a Title, Not a Term of Endearment. The next book is Warrior, Princess, Assassin, and that is by Brigid Kemmerer. And she's written a lot of books that I actually really enjoyed, like A Curse So Dark and Lonely, Letters to the Lost. So there's been a couple series of hers that I've really enjoyed. But this, and I think they were all YA, but this is her first adult fantasy, adult debut. And it's supposed to come out, oh, it's actually already out. It's already out. It came out on August 12th. So that's great news. That's already out. And basically it's about a warrior, a princess, and an assassin. So the warrior is a king, the princess is a princess, and they have to come into a political marriage to save their respective kingdoms. And then the assassin is assigned to kill them. But the twist is that the assassin and the princess had been in love previous to the marriage. So that there was a little bit of extra spice into it. So it's messy love triangle, like, yes, here for it. And it's already out, so I'm excited because I have like some of her other books that were YA. So the next book, which I'm sure is on a lot of your guys' radars, is Brimstone by Callie Hart, which is the second in the Fae and Alchemy series, and that's coming out November 18th, 2025. So the first book was Quicksilver, which I loved. It was a 5-star read. And yeah, you kind of need to read the first one to like understand the synopsis of the second one. But yeah, it's carrying on that very popular first story in the first book. And again, we have another like pretty anticipated follow-up from Fire in the Sky. We have A Scar in the Bone by Sophie Jordan. And that ended on like a really crazy cliffhanger, if I remember correctly, where some crazy stuff was revealed. So I'm really excited to read the second book. There's, it's romantasy, dragons, kind of dragons that were thought to be like hunted to extinction, but JK, they're still around. And yeah, so excited to read the next book in that series. The next book that I'm excited to read on this list is actually Spellcaster by Jaymin Eve. That's supposed to come out on September 24th, 2025. And I thankfully was able to get the ARC for this one. I have it. I'm going to be reading it very soon, like early September. That way I can, like, make sure I put my review out there and everything in time for pub date, which is at the end of September. So very excited for this one. Really cool cover. And it's basically perfect for fall. It's like back to school, college, like dark academia, where they go to like a Weatherstone college and there's like ancient magic. And this girl goes to the college and her father's like arch nemesis' son is there, and she's kind of been warned to stay away from him, but she just can't. There's just something about him. So yeah, like a fun dark academia, like school settings with magic and forbidden boy. Very excited. So I am so excited for this next one. I had it on my TBR before I read this list, and that is The Austen Affair by Madeline Bell. And I love Jane Austen. I love like Austen Land. I love all of the Jane Austen experiment or project, or yeah, I love like time travel, like Jane Austen with time travel and any kind of retelling, all that stuff. I love it. So this is a new one. And this is coming out, The Austen Affair is coming out, expected pub date is September 16th, 2025, which is pretty soon, and I'm excited about it. So it's about these two actors that are cast in an adaptation of Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey, which is not my favorite Jane Austen, so that's interesting. Maybe because it's not as high profile as her other ones. Maybe that plays into the plot. Like maybe they just like, it's not as buzzy of her book, so maybe that's why like they were able to kind of like get these roles and stuff. Like, I don't know. I wonder if the choice, I feel like Northanger Abbey is a very intentional choice in this book. So we'll find out when we read it, because it is a kind of a surprising choice for an adaptation. But they are kind of like feuding on set. They don't like each other. They have to obviously pretend. I guess they're both going to be love interests in the movie. And so, but they are transported back in time to the Regency era, and they have to kind of pretend to be from there and like get along and like help each other because they're stuck in the time. They're stuck in the Jane Austen time and everything. And yeah, it sounds so cute. And I love like the Regency stuff. And oh yeah, this sounds like perfect for me. On the list, there also are several continued series that I haven't started. So I definitely have my eye on those too. Like The Fallen and The Kiss of Dusk. The way that is written is so confusing. And then The Dark Descending. Those are like second books in series that I definitely gonna read the first one. I think the first one is called like The Stars Are Dying. And then I can't even remember the first one in the Clarissa Broadbent one, but I have it. The Serpent and the something. These names are so long and complicated. Like, please, just like simplify them. Yeah, so there are some like second books of series that I want to start. So I didn't add those because I have the first books on my TBR already. Okay, so those are all my anticipated reads from this list that Goodreads put out. Some of them I had already had on my TBR. A lot of them I hadn't. So it was nice to discover some new books and add to the never-ending TBR. Okay, so if you made it to the end of this video, let's put some leaves. Some leaves, like fallish vibes, leaves. You can put like pumpkins or whatever, like fallish vibes, because these are all fall releases, except for Warrior Princess Assassin, because that's like already out. It's August and it's still summer, but most of them are like fall releases. So yeah, put some fall vibes in the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Down below, you can find my Goodreads, my Bookstagram, wish list, all the things. And please step into our reading and productivity sprints we have about twice a week. It's a great group in there, and you get a lot of book recommendations and chit chat and all that. So that's all from me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.